Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to make this intro as short as possible because I've filmed it a couple times and it's really long. Basically, if you want to have an opinion on which video comes out next, stay to the end of the video because there will be an option at some point. And it's obviously whatever you guys prefer. But if you guys don't care what comes out and in what order, then you can leave as soon as the story finishes. Thank you for all the support. I know it was either Found 2 or Alone Part 3, but most people wanted Alone Part 3, so I decided to listen. I'm sorry that this is a little bit late. Basically, all morning I had PTCs, which are literally the most stressful thing ever. My hands got sweaty, like, all morning. Like, literally, I was scared to death, which is weird because I'm good in school, but at the same time, I hate when PTCs, I haven't explained, sorry, is parent-teacher conferences. Basically, I get a Zoom call with my teacher and my mom sitting next to me. My dad's traveling, but otherwise he would have. But basically, my mom is next to me and I'm Zooming my teacher. And they are commenting on my work and they're commenting on how I am in class. And I'm a good student, yes, but that doesn't mean it scares me. Like, really, really scares me. I don't know why. It's like one of my biggest fear. I know it's a really lame biggest fear, but teachers' disapproval, my biggest fear. It's a really lame biggest fear, but that is what it is. Okay, anyway, let's start. Sorry for wasting your time. Not gonna beg for likes and subscribers, but wouldn't complain. Thank you for 194 subscribers. That means a lot. Let's get started. Alone Part 3. Adrian was in the hospital room as usual. He hadn't gone home in 3 days. He would have expected a phone call from Natalie by now. As if the phone was synced to his thoughts, it rang. The caller was unknown. Strange, he noted. Hello? It came out as a question. This is the Paris police. Is this Adrian Agreste, son of Gabriel Agreste? The policeman asked. Yes. Is everything okay? Is my father okay? What is this about? He asked, getting worried. Calm down, please. You might want to sit down. Adrian did as told. Your father is Hawkmoth. We need you to come sign. As his only living family member, you will inherit everything, even from your mother. Please come to the station immediately. The man hung up. Adrian shed a tear. His father? His father was the terrorist of Paris. His father had tried to kill him. Worst of all, his father was the reason the love of his life was in a coma. Adrian went to the police station. He immediately got everything. His body was numb. He went to the prison and sat face to face with his father. The only thing between was a piece of glass. He sat down and faced the man. He was unsure of what to say at first. How? How could you do this to me? This is why you never gave me a moment of your time? This is the reason you were so cold? I knew you were not great, but I had hope. My expectations were low, but I never expected this. I hope you get what you deserve. Mom would have been disappointed. He left without another word. As Adrian arranged an announcement, as the army of press were ready, Adrian started his speech. Behind him was Rena Rojan Carapace. He was transformed with the hospital bed next to him. On the hospital bed was Marinette, covered in a blanket. He was about to reveal their identities. Ladybug has once said to him when Hawkmoth was captured they would reveal their identities. Welcome, everyone, he said, emotionless. As you know, Hawkmoth has been arrested. You may be wondering why I'm not celebrating. Well, I may have got Hawkmoth. It was only because he took someone from me. My love, Marinette. She is now in a coma because of him. I don't even know why. Ladybug once told me after Hawkmoth was gone, we would reveal our identities. Ladybug couldn't make it. The worst part is that Hawkmoth turned out to be my own father. Adrian detransformed. My name is Adrian Agreste. Rena is my classmate Alia. She runs the Lady blog. Carapace is my best friend Nino. The two of them let their transformations fade. And Ladybug is Marinette. I only found out the day she was taken from me. He removed the blanket and showed her unconscious body. A few months later, Marinette was asleep. Or at least, that's what he told himself. It was a lot easier to say she was asleep than she was in a coma. He replayed the moments, the memories, the moment he found her, the moment she was declared to be in a coma, the moment he found out his dad was responsible. Her families and friends were in the room. They all visited often. One day was different. It started normal, but then a glow went around her, a dark purple glow. He jumped back. Her body rose up a little before going back down to the bed. Of course, he said, realization hitting him. Alia, Nino, the three Akumas. I think I found them. They nodded. The Akumas must have been in Marinette. That's why she wasn't waking up. Adrian made everyone but Alia and Nino leave. They needed to find and neutralize the Akumas. Adrian looked around her. He found where they were fast. One was in her earrings. One was in her purse. One were in her pigtails. Adrian carefully took each item. You ready, Alia? He said. She nodded. Alia was going to catch the Akumas before they could escape. Nino, are you ready? Nino nodded. He was going to break each item. Chat Noir got ready. He was going to make sure Marinette was all right. Go, he said. And that's where I'm going to leave it today. I know you're all annoyed at me, but sorry. I just love leaving it on cliffhangers. It's because you know how it's annoying for you guys? It's equally as annoying for me in some points, but it's also more fun for me because I'm the one who controls what's happened next most of the time. Unless I'm giving it to you, which is what I'm doing now. You guys finish what happens next. So, but I swear they're equally as annoying for me because I do not write these in advance at all. I literally go to sleep thinking about it. I go to sleep like, what if this happened? What if that happened? Blah, blah, blah. I'm as annoyed as you guys because I don't know what's going to happen next. And I probably won't for the next few hours. Yeah, so sorry about that. And the options that I was going to give, remember. Found Part 2, Guardian Angel Part 3, or A Secret Season 3, Episode 4. As well as a birthday special for someone's cousin. Yeah, those are the options. You guys choose. Thank you for 194 subscribers. Welcome new friends. Basically, if you're new here, you wouldn't know it. But everybody in this community, I'll say, I think of as my friends. It's not because they subscribe to me or anything. It's because they're always so supportive. Like, if you go back to some of my recent videos and you're new here, I swear, look at the comments and you won't find one comment section with someone being mean so far. Like, literally, no one has been rude. And I'm sure if there would be some people who came to my defense. I'm not saying this because I'm like, oh, I'm so innocent, people are going to defend me, blah, blah, blah. It's because the people who come here often are the nicest people ever. Go back in the comments if you don't believe me and look at how nice these people are. They're probably some of the best people ever. So yeah, welcome to the friend group if you're new. Question of the day. What's your biggest fear? Let's do that because I shared mine. My biggest fear is disappointing, like my parents and my teachers and blah, blah, blah. Or being annoying to my teachers or like, not listening in class. Those types of things freak me out. Like literally when we were doing these parent-teacher comments, I'm not joking. I swear to God, my hands were sweating. I was like, I got so distracted and lucky me had my Lego in front of me. I have a Lego Statue of Liberty that's in the middle of being built. It's, I don't even know how many pieces, but the similar size Lego I have to that one is my Empire State Building, and that one took about 7 hours. So I predict a similar, if not more, because this one so far is harder, and I've spent maybe 2-3 hours on it so far, and it was just in front of me, really tempting me. So like, you know, part of the meeting I looked to make sure they were focusing on my mom, and then, you know, I put my hands behind the screen and started working on the Lego. Because honestly, if I didn't do that, I was a nervous wreck. And every time at the end, they'd be like, any questions, Hadia, anything? And I'd be like, no, I'm good. Because, I don't know, it's just when your teacher and your parent are right next to you, it's like okay, don't lie. Are you different in class than you are at home? Like in class, I'm a little shy, I don't talk much, I'm pretty smart, I'm very kind. Like, you know, the good student who's there, who, you know, I'm pretty sure some of my teachers haven't heard me speak in a couple weeks. Like my math teacher, when he was on the Zoom call, he was like, I barely know Hadia's voice. So yeah, I'm shy and like, you know, not very talkative, and I listen, and you know, I get good grades, but I don't, like, if they're like, this is a question, I'm not going to raise my hand and be like, I know the answer. I'll be like, And in the back of the head, obviously, I'll be like, the answer is this, the answer is this. And when someone else will say it, and then the teacher will be like, great job, house point for you. And I'll be like, what? But I knew it. I should have said something. Basically every day. But then at home, you guys should see me. I talk on and on, just like what I'm doing now. And you guys should see me when I'm tired. Like, for example, when we traveled, normally we travel late night. And when we arrive at the place we go to most, it's normally 3 a.m. By the time we get home, normally around 3 a.m. And jeez, I can talk and talk and talk like it's like we are now, but we're in the car, and sometimes my aunt will come along with us, and my dad and I will normally go in one car, and then my mom and my 2 brothers in a different car, because, you know, 2 cars for the luggage. And so like me and dad one car, mom and 2 brothers in other car, and then the driver. And yeah, and I don't think my dad is listening more than half of the time, and I'm just like blah 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 blah, and I can go on and on and on when I'm tired, because that's my way of staying up. And now that I've talked too much and probably annoyed some of you, I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, so what's your biggest fear? I look forward to seeing them, because I think biggest fears are very different. And try to make it unique. Don't make it like, you know, the usual biggest fear, like I'm afraid of spiders, I'm afraid of snakes, I'm afraid of the dark, blah, blah, blah. What's your biggest unusual fear, I'll say? So mine, teachers being disappointed. Yeah, that makes parent-teacher conferences kind of hard. But, sorry for wasting your time now. And I'm gonna go, so put in the comments your answers to both questions, what I should upload tomorrow, and your biggest unusual fear. Bye!